Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to your latest edition of the DC Daily. Now I want to talk about some DC live action rumours, disperse some myths and maybe confirm a few of them as well. And then we will be discussing the season 2 finale of Superman and Lois, the controversial finale that confirms that this Tyler Hoechlin Superman isn't the same one as the one we saw in Supergirl and the multiple crossovers from the Arrowverse. As I say, controversial, obvious, we knew this was coming, but some people are very disappointed. So we'll get there and talk about that as well, because I think it's important to explain that situation. So let's begin. Bradley Cooper is expected to play a role in Joker Folie à Deux alongside Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. This rumour is absolutely true. Bradley Cooper produced the first Joker and he's producing this sequel as well. I think it's very exciting that Bradley will be involved. I'm not sure what character he will play, but bring it on. Really excited. Bradley Cooper's a great guy. Not one of these propaganda merchant celebrities who spend all day on Twitter talking about their politics. He's an artiste. I first discovered him on Alias. He was amazing. I love him. I'm a big fan of Bradley Cooper, and his relationship, his working relationship with Todd Phillips is a brilliant thing. So bring on his mysterious appearance in the Joker sequel. Next rumor. Ta-Nehisi Coates delivered the first draft of the Superman movie in December, which had a black Clark Kent during the 1940s. The WB has ordered rewrites and they want the movie to be set in the present day. The idea of a race-bent Clark Kent has been totally gone, discarded. Further details are completely hidden, but apparently it's a reboot of the character within the DCEU. So, very, very interesting. So, I think there's, what's this? They are now, so what they're saying here, Soap de Rousseau and Victoria Pedretti just signed for Constantine and Zatanna. They are now the face from Justice League Dark Universe that J.J. Abrams is developing. So first, before I touch on the Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman movie, let's talk about this Justice League Dark. That is false. That may have been a thing when his deal with J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot's deal first begun. The J.J. Abrams deal is null and void now. David Zaslav wants him out the company, and his Justice League Dark Universe will not be happening. That's a fact. So forget about that. Now, Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman. Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman is dead. His script was rejected, so this is half true. They have not ordered rewrites because he's connected to J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams was producing this movie. Because J.J. Abrams is now out at Warner Brothers and his deal is now null and void because David Zaslav didn't like how he took 2 years to be developing all this stuff. Doesn't like the fact that WB paid him so much money and it's not even an exclusive arrangement. So Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman is dead. They are developing a brand new Superman. Now the mystery is whether it's a brand new actor or if it's Henry Cavill. But the Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman is dead in the water. So I hope that I've made that clear. I'm very happy about that decision as well. These people should never have been allowed. At first I thought J.J. Abrams is coming to WB. Great. You know, he wrote a script years ago, a great script. Maybe he could write and direct a movie. That wasn't his plan. His plan was an SJW Superman movie where they race-bend Clark Kent. That, my friends, is unacceptable. The original plan from Walter Hamada was to delete Superman in the Flash movie and the DCEU, replace him with Supergirl, and then have a black Clark Kent in a different universe. So they are developing a brand new Superman movie, but Coates and Abrams have nothing to do with it. So we continue. Margot Robbie is co-developing with James Gunn and Lucky Chat Productions a new Harley Quinn solo movie which is described as a lesbian road trip. between Harley and Poison Ivy in the vein of Thelma and Louise. It sounds like a fucking disaster. These rumours are true. Let's not forget that Margot Robbie and her Lucky Chap production company were behind the driving force of Birds of Prey, and look what happened to that movie. It was a fucking disaster. So now we've got Margot Robbie actually developing a movie. The woman is a car crash waiting to happen. Nothing good will happen from this. And her partnership with James Gunn with a brand new streaming Harley Quinn movie is a disaster as well, my friends. But it's going to happen. It will be on HBO Max. The Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad universe with James Gunn and Robbie, you know, it's not going to hit theatres because they know what happened to Suicide Squad last time. So James Gunn now with DC is all about streaming. So this is happening. I find this partnership disappointing, but I'm going to focus on the Lady Gaga and the Black Label universe Harley Quinn. Because I have, since Birds of Prey, I have no time for Margot Robbie. Now she's doing a feminist Barbie movie. Another fucking disaster and a waste of WB's time. This film is going to have the piss taken out of it. I've already seen the on-location pictures and they're a joke. Matt Reeves wants Benny Safdie to play Harvey Dent in the Batman sequel. True, let's see if it happens. No problem with that whatsoever. Nightwing movie is in active development with Chris McKay attached to direct it. The Court of Owls will be the main villains and Michael Keaton is expected to return as Bruce Wayne. This was probably the original plan, but considering the Flash movie, the movie that introduces Keaton's original 89 and 92 Batman, is on hold right now. That's what it is. It's on hold because that release date of next June isn't a sure thing. This could be a fake rumour, but I do know that Chris McKay's Nightwing movie is in active development. I'm not sure if the Michael Keaton rumour is true anymore. It may have been true before the Ezra Miller stuff, but right now I wouldn't expect the Michael Keaton side to happen. Let's see what happens with the DCEU. Personally, I think the DCEU is a dead man walking. So, Green Arrow will play a major role in the Black Canary movie. So, this Black Canary movie, they've been writing this, or Misha Green's been writing this for over a year and a half. Again, I don't think, or don't know, but I have my doubts about this movie because she's been writing it for a while. Again, no casting, nothing's going on with that movie right now. Any plans, anything greenlit before Zaslav and Discovery came in and did the merger is in doubt. WB wants Alexa Demi to play Donna Troy in the upcoming Wonder Woman sequel. I would like nothing better than that to happen. But let me tell you something, just in case you don't understand. Patty Jenkins is finished with Wonder Woman 3. She will not be directing Wonder Woman 3, and that film will be given to somebody else. Somebody who understands this character, who doesn't think that Linda Carter is the original Wonder Woman, and the Wonder Woman you kind of adapt. Because that's what she basically did, Patty Jenkins, with Wonder Woman 84. I have no interest in Linda Carter. I have no interest in Patty Jenkins. And I can confirm that Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman have severed ties, and that's very good news for me. Caleb McLaughlin to star in HBO Max's Static Shock. Again, this Static Shock is another thing that's in doubt. All these things are in doubt right now. So I hope I've clarified these rumours for you because it's very important to me that fans like me and you don't believe a load of nonsense. Tyler Hoechlin was introduced as Superman in the Arrowverse in Supergirl Season 2, Episode 1. I think his first episode was a great introduction of Superman, the way he was directed, the way he was upstanding, the way he spoke to Martian Manhunter and the little kind of beef they had with each other, and the way he interacted with Mel Benoist's Supergirl as well. I loved it. But then they took liberties with the character, should I say, in all the crossovers, and a lot of people, including me, were disappointed. Now, from the moment we saw the pilot of Superman and Lois, I think, one, it was obvious this was not the same Superman as the Earth Prime Superman. It was obvious. Now, I'm going to read you an excerpt of an interview with Superman and Lois head showrunner Todd Helbing, who's done a great job on this show for the past 2 seasons. He explains the situation. Now, Superman and Lois season 2, I haven't seen every single episode, and I haven't seen the finale yet because I'm in Cyprus and this stuff isn't available to me until I can buy it on digital media and Blu-ray. But I'll read the excerpt of this interview and explain the situation. Unlike a lot of crossover addicts and Arrowverse stans, I'm in favour of what they've decided to do here. DC and I had a conversation during season 1, and the decision to keep Superman and Lois separate was made then, but I couldn't make it public until the end of this season. Helbing explains. So when I got all these questions in previous interviews, I knew that we were doing what we were doing, but I could never talk about it. It got a little frustrating on my end, but I totally understand DC's position. So this put that to rest. I've said from the beginning that we want to put our own stamp on the Superman property. This wasn't meant to alienate us from the Arrowverse, but because a lot of the other shows are sadly no longer going to be on the air, it felt like the right thing to do. While this Superman is aware of the multiverse, as established in episode 7 of season 1, we have to think about this as a separate Superman, a doppelganger of the one who was in the Arrowverse. Helbing says, I understand why everyone has been wanting the references, but it would have felt wrong. We are not fucking worthy, Todd. First of all, you did 2 great seasons of The Flash, and now you've done 2 great fucking seasons of Superman and Lois. I respect Arrowverse, especially the first 2 seasons of The Flash and the first 2 seasons of Arrow. And I respect what Greg Berlanti has done with it. I said the other day in a video, I think what Greg's done is much better than they've done on the DCEU. The DCEU is a clusterfuck. This is a connective tissue universe. But what's going on now is the Superverse. So they're moving away from Arrowverse and they're creating a new television franchise which will be mainly aired on HBO Max. I agree with this decision. I agree with the decision that Tyler Hoechlin's Superman and Bitsy Tulloch's Lois and the boys and all the other characters on this show have nothing to do with Earth Prime and predominantly really don't have anything to do with Arrowverse. This is the right decision. It doesn't mean that Mel Benoist can't cameo in this series as another version of Superman's Supergirl. So you haven't lost that opportunity. So I'm assuming, unless Diggle has found a way to travel through the multiverse, that Diggle is a doppelganger as well. But I don't know. I don't know those details. But I absolutely approve of this because I think that this show is amazing. And let's be clear here. Superman is the #1 hero in the DC universe. There can be no messing about. And clearly Todd Helbing and DC had decided they wanted to walk away from Arrowverse because really, as he says politely there, Arrowverse is finished. I mean, I think I would prefer that Stargirl wasn't in Earth Prime. Is Stargirl in Earth Prime? I don't even know if Stargirl's in Earth Prime. If she's not, I'd like Stargirl to be part of this new super universe with Tyler Hoechlin's brand new Superman. I think that would be awesome. Because I do feel there's something with a lot more energy in this new universe that Todd Helbing's created. And I think Jeff Johns is doing a wonderful job with Stargirl as well. This could actually be the franchise to replace the DCEU. They could do something very special cinematically as well. And I know why people are upset, like Arrowverse stans, because you want to see the references, the cameos, and the crossovers. Well, I'm sorry. This was the right decision. Who is this the right decision for? Superman and Superman's fans, because Superman and Lois is such a great original take on this character. For the first time since Christopher Reeve's Superman, most Superman and DC fans agree that this is an awesome take. Not everyone. I know Snyder fans would disagree about that. But I think this is the first take on Superman in live action since Christopher Reeve that hasn't been divisive at all. Now, Dean Kane's Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, was pretty popular with Superman fans. But I think this show is very 21st century. And I think it's the first DC show since the first 2 years of Arrow and the first 2 years of The Flash where people are saying, wow, this is so exciting. And it gives you Smallville vibes as well. And Smallville was such a great show. As you all know, the reverence and the respect I've got for Smallville. So you don't have to agree with me. That's fine. And this is not a dictatorship. This is not a bubble. You can think whatever you like. But for me as a DC and a Superman fan, I think this is the right decision. This has been the DC Daily with me, Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss this beautiful perfection. And I'll see you again in the next edition of the DC Daily. Until I see you again, until we see each other again. Goodbye, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.